Hi, I'm Isaac from the University of Sussex, and I'm a PhD student looking at predicting diagnostic timing in dementia with a specific focus on the impact of coping styles and coping-related factors in people with dementia particularly. So, for this current PhD project, my main takeaway, as I've just said, is that the coping styles of people with dementia do indeed predict diagnostic timing, both in regards to temporal delays, e.g. the distance between when symptoms were first recognized and when you get your diagnosis, but also in regards to your symptom severity and how much they have progressed at the time of diagnosis. Now, to look at how we get to this conclusion, we first started by working with data from the ongoing Determined project, which is a large-scale cohort project within England, and we recruited about 900 people with dementia and their carers. We took a lot of different demographic as well as coping style data from these people. So when I refer to coping style data, I mean how exactly people with dementia manage stress-related problems. We asked them, when you're faced with a tricky situation, do you deal with it perhaps by tackling it, planning it, various other adaptive approaches to make the problem go away? Or do we avoid it? Do we use denial, venting, self-blame, for example? Or perhaps we turn more to social coping styles, such as seeking out emotional support or instrumental support from the people around you. And these, when we did a PCA, principal component analysis, grouped these coping factors into these three main coping domains, which I'll refer to as coping styles throughout. So after doing that principal components analysis, we then conducted hierarchical regression models, first in looking at a whole range of demographic factors as the base model, and then building on that by adding these three main coping styles for the people with dementia on top. And then finally, just for interest, we added coping styles for carers as well, but that didn't add too much, so I'm not going to go into that in depth. The most interesting findings here are regarding the people with dementia. We found that these produced the strongest models, improving upon all the socio-demographic predictors, and that indeed less approach coping, so using less of these positive, productive coping powers, actually led to greater delays in regards to symptom severity, whereas using more avoidant coping styles led to shorter delays in regards to your symptom severity. And this is using both the SMMSE at diagnosis and the CDR. Now, regarding the actual temporal delays, we found that less support seeking led to longer temporal delays, which again, isn't too surprising, but it's great to have it as confirmation. We did get some interesting results regarding carers coping, where using less avoidant coping in carers led to longer delays, but that's a discussion point for another time.